8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is good, everyone? It is your boy Politica Hot alongside my guys, Mr. Joey Woods, Mr. Moyo Fit, Chris Wilson, Mr. Rich Michaels. We are Still Steps coming to you live on a beautiful Friday evening, courtesy of All Authentic Talk Sports Network. Gentlemen, how are we doing this Friday evening?
Joey's a genie.
What'd you say, Chris?
So Joey's a genie. He just popped out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, I added him during the intro.
As I said, where you come from?
Hold on, wait, we can't hear you, Joey. Still can't hear you.
You hear me?
There you go.
Now we can. There we go.
You got me saying, "What the fuck?"
Oh gosh. Well, yeah, we clearly heard that.
Yeah, definitely heard that.
I was my apology, guys, for starting late. I bought the Philadelphia Public League Championship game, and it ran a little late. So that was my apologies.
Got you.
They have like pay-per-view now. You can rent that stuff. Who would have thought in the world we could pay-per-view a high school game?
Yeah.
Pay-per-view a high school game?
Yeah, basketball is pretty intense in Philly.
It better be $5.
It was 10.
Okay.
It was Father Judge, which is local school around here, and Imhotep, who's like arguably one of the best basketball programs the city's ever seen. So,
shoot, they got basketball and football on lock now in the public league.
Yeah, Judge was up 17. They ended up losing by 4.
Oh wow!
17 at halftime they were up, and they lost by 4.
That's crazy. That's that definitely crazy. Shoot. But gentlemen, we are back all together. Finally, in the words of the final boss, which we'll be discussing momentarily, regards to the Elimination Chamber event going on tomorrow over in Toronto, Canada. So I mean, while we're here, we might as well just get to the shits as far as gonna be previewing the event and what's going down. Before we actually dive in and provide our predictions, let's just talk about the event overall. Your thoughts as far as the card and just the build up we've seen this week going into this event. Chris, I'm gonna start with you.
The events are not bad. It's like you got good matches on there. Of course, you got the 2 chamber matches, the women's and the men's. Historically, chamber matches, not gonna lie, haven't been the best in my opinion. Like they're okay for when they first started out, they were okay. When they the first initial 2 to 3, but over time it seemed like it just got kind of iffy, especially when they started.
Lack of blood.
Yeah,
you're in a match surrounded by chain.
Yeah, and so it's like so you're really limited to what you can do because they don't want to seriously hurt anybody, especially because the first Elimination Chamber, they said like every single person was badly hurt after the event because that was the true trial and error because how the way it was set up and the bumps they were taking. It was like, all right, the crazy old guy clearly didn't factor in that, hey, when people land on steel chains and grates, people might actually get hurt. So it got a little over the years.
What was the first chamber, Chris? Was that
That was the one with Shawn Michaels. Actually,
That's the one Shawn Michaels wore the
brown poopy pants. Yeah.
Yeah, the pants, the weird pants, right?
Yeah, and he had the soccer mom haircut.
That's when he first came back, right? And Triple H turned on him.
Yeah, so he first came back, but it was a great moment. Like everybody everybody knows Shawn's my favorite of all time, next to AJ. But what's name was so, and I was ecstatic to see that because I thought his career was done. Had the back injury that did end his career briefly, and to come back to win the world title, that was cool. And he didn't even care about winning the world title at that time. He just wanted to be back in the ring. So the fact that happened was cool. And as I said, but the people they had back, you think about they had to do some Rob Van Dam, Triple H. Rob Van Dam almost killed Triple H in the Elimination Chamber, who did the frog splash, landed on his throat.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I was actually at that. That was at Madison Square Garden. I was actually at that. I think it was Survivor Series.
Yep. Yeah. Oh man,
it was great.
That's crazy. Almost killed the guy.
Oh, that's right. Because originally it wasn't individual pay-per-views, right? It was. Yeah. Listen, I was really young when this happened, right? That was what?
Yeah. You probably was maybe 9, Joey.
That was 04, right? Like something like that.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's not a show our age.
02.
02?
Yeah.
02. Yeah.
So I was 04, I was in second. So 02, I was like a first grader.
Okay. So I wasn't too far off. I was still off. Jesus, Joey. Joey's a baby, y'all. What's the name?
Remember how cool? The one thing I do remember about the Chamber, I remember that first Chamber match vividly. But the thing I remember the most about the Chamber was that cool ass commercial they would run, where they would just show the people making it and talking about it, and they would show the chains.
Oh,
yeah. That was one of the coolest build-ups for the match. Almost felt like the match stipulation was more important than the actual match at that point in time.
Yeah, because it was cool listening, looking at, because it was never seen it before. It was the first time, so to see it be built and wonder what the finished product was going to look like, that was cool. But like I said, the guys when the wrestlers knew basically what they were getting themselves into, they came up with this chamber match, and they didn't know what they was in store for. So it was crazy. It was some crazy times. Bray Wyatt won his first world championship at an Elimination Chamber event. Shout out to one of the legends. Rest in peace to him. And so Chamber for itself has its ups and downs, but this event to me, even though I was it's a decent event, it to me is more intriguing than exciting. It's intriguing because there's a lot of possibilities and what ifs that can come out this event, which you want, because like I said, WrestleMania is right around the corner, so you really want to start building and causing some oh my god moments to lead up to the biggest event of the year. So now we'll see what's going on.
Yeah, as far as those moments, when it comes to the men's and women's chamber match, Joey, I throw it to you. What and then we all mention which elimination chamber match are you more interested in, the men's or the women's?
See,
to you, of the two, I mean they're all for the titles. Which one? I should re-question it this way: which one do you believe has more of a shock value to happen?
I think the women's, just because right now you look at that women's lineup and you're like, anyone can win that women's, right? Legit, any one of them. I wouldn't even be shocked if Roxanne won. I literally think anyone could win that. Look at the men's. I think there's just two names in the men. I think it's going to either be Punk or Cena. That's it.
Yeah.
The rest is all just kind of there. But the way WWE has did it the past couple of years, right? Having the Chamber be the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania and having this decide who faces the other Chamber at WrestleMania, I almost feel like the Chamber match now is an afterthought, which before it was the focal point. Now it's just a way to get 6 competitors in there the last paper before the Mania to see who's going to fight at Mania. It no longer feels important to me. It just feels like another match to help further a storyline, which to me I don't like. I wish the Chamber held more importance overall.
Got you. Rich, same question. Of the 2 Elimination Chamber matches, which of the 2 do you think has the more shock value behind it?
And I agree with Joe. I think that the women's is going to be the bigger or the better of the 2, just because it's a little more unpredictable. Anyone can win that chamber match. I think Bianca Belair is going to win. That's who I'm having, but any one of them. I mean, wouldn't want to see Liv Morgan again against. She would be going up against Rhea, right? Whoever wins that goes up against Rhea.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we wouldn't want to see that. Bianca and Rhea would be good. But like you even said, I would be okay with, Roxanne. I mean, it's there's the talent in it is crazy. The men's, it's a little more predictable. Like Joey said, I think CM Punk. I do think Cena's going to win because I think whether people want it or not, they're going to give us that Cena Cody match at Mania, regardless of whether it's wanted or not. So I think it's more predictable. The men's. So I would agree with Joey. I think the women ones is a lot more intriguing.
Interesting.
But the real quick before we flip it over to Chris, even if Cena wins, with this picture right here, now makes that Cena win a little more interesting because this will probably end the show, right? Like you would think, just say Cena wins,
right?
Cody comes out to confront Cena, The Rock comes out to ask Cody what his choice is. Boom, you could make it heel Cody versus face Cena in a minute, but that's just my take. I don't want to jump into predictions.
No, I got you. Chris, your thoughts as far as like with the shock value of the men's and women's Elimination Chamber match.
It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be intriguing. I think the Rock and Cody thing is gonna have big, major implications on the winner. So it's like whoever wins that, it's gonna be like, okay, the implication of the Rock and Cody thing is gonna dictate a lot more as far as that main event. So the Rock and Cody thing should be last, but it's like, because like if the decision is made here, then you kind of, I guess it might make it a little easier. What was going to happen with the men? It's weird. Like I hope CM Punk wins because I really thought he should have won the Rumble. I really thought he should have won the Rumble. But it's like I'm always thinking that back in my mind, think of him telling Paul Heyman, you owe me one. So how's that going to play down the road? Is it going to play somehow, some way in this equation, and especially when Roman comes back? Like, what is like? It's like something is going to happen, and it's like I don't know when. And with the women's one, it's like it's definitely a lot more intriguing because like now I'm thinking like, all right, is Jade going to come back? Is this where she comes back and makes her appearance? Does she confront Bianca? Because Rich was saying he thinks Bianca, I know we're going to talk about it more, but think Bianca's going to win. But it's like, is that going to happen? Because I think Jay might make an appearance tomorrow. And it's like, so it's very intriguing. Like, in all the girls in the chamber makes for an interesting scenario. I know for years they did want, or we talked about Bianca and Rhea and for a WrestleMania match, even though, and maybe that's why they took the tag team titles off the girls on Monday. But, I would 100% want that match, but it's like, I don't know. For some reason, I don't want it right now.
Right.
So it's like, so.
Well, you can't have your cake and eat it too, Chris.
Yeah, no. I'm like, I don't know. Like,
so you want that more like a SummerSlam match or something?
Yeah, more so for SummerSlam. I want the Jade stuff to play out first.
Yeah, you need more time to build.
Yeah. Because Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley has been your two biggest female stars for the last 3.5 to 4 years. So it's like you need a nice build for that, especially it's going to be in a stadium show.
Well, I got some ideas on that, but we'll get into that when we predict.
Yeah. Well, before we go into the predictions, I actually don't think the men's Elimination Chamber match is as predictable as it may seem to be. looking at the way.
Hold on, pause. Are you saying that? Do you really mean that? Or are you saying that just because you want to be like the outlier?
I'm saying.
Yeah, all right.
I don't think so. And the way WWE went with, you know what I mean, with their go home shows, and we, you know what I mean, we saw a little moment tonight on, you know, SmackDown, which is currently in progress. So, you know, to those that are watching, but the way they developed the build up between Cody and Seth, and how Seth confronted Cody about, you know what I mean, possibly, you know what I mean, aligning himself with The Rock, and how he fought, you know what I mean, side by side with him at Mania, I mean, for him to get that title. So it was like, you know, he feels disrespected, and it kind of leaves that door open to a possible matchup. Now, will it happen? I mean, with him being a winner at the Chamber, that's, you know what I mean, yet to be seen. Now, we got the same thing with Punk, you know what I mean, during the go home show with him, you know what I mean, confronting Logan Paul. We know that's, you know what I mean, ain't really gonna be much about nothing, but like we've seen what Punk has done over the last few months, and then he also got that ace in the hole with that favor. So I think there's still some leverage there where, you mean, there's the possibility of Punk winning. And then you got the wild card, Drew. I think Drew has a legit shot to possibly win, especially, you know what I mean, I want to start calling him Mr. Grievances, because that's all he do is, you know what I mean, he's like, you know what I mean, rip a hole out of somebody each and every week. But, you know what I mean, you got that possibility of him, you know, mean, being able to win this match. I mean, we got the Cena run. I'm just a firm believer that I just can't see the Cena run starting this soon, well, this sudden. As if he's going to truly work the schedule that he's going to be working to the end of the year. I think, to me, I feel like there's something with that long-term story building where, you know, him coming up short, maybe to get me to the end of the year could be the go home story run for Cena. Not saying that he won't win the Chamber match, but I honestly, he might be my least favorite to win a Chamber match.
But like, so is he done at the end of this year, or is he going to next year's WrestleMania?
No, he's done at the end of this year.
All right, so then you kind of lose. What would you put Cena in as far as WrestleMania moment? You're gonna have to have him in a big match. What would you have him in?
Don't do Logan Paul. That's fucking horrible.
Actually, I tweeted it out right before we got on live. Would the universe accept Cena Drew McIntyre match?
It feels like a waste to me. And what I mean by that is someone of Cena's legacy. The last, if it ain't going to be a title match, I feel like it has to be someone that does a callback to his history. You know, Cena and Drew never actually really feuded.
Yeah.
So I really wouldn't want.
I could even see a Punk Cena more so than
or Orton Cena.
Or Orton Cena, yeah.
Should I be even okay with the Owens Cena?
Yeah, that would be good too.
Remember when Owens first came out? He answered the open title.
Right. Now, based on like what they did tonight, I mean, I don't see why not. Like, they had the whole Cena package going. Pause. and they, what's the name? McIntyre abruptly, you know what I mean, cut it off. Like, he basically, you know what I mean, was talking shit about the video package. I didn't really get to catch all of it, but he pretty much, you know what I mean, made his case. It pretty much, you know, started with everybody that's in the Chamber match coming out after the fact. But like, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
See, but Hawk, I think that has less to do with who the package was for, and more to do with just who's Drew's character at this time. You know, like,
oh yeah,
look back to last week with Jimmy, and he took out Jimmy and stuff. Like, I just think right now the character of Drew is on a wrecking rampage, and you know, it just so happened that Cena was in it this week.
But I think with not saying that it's going to happen, but let's say hypothetical, Drew does face Cena, and Cena does go over Drew. I don't think it hurts Drew at any cost. If anything, it might actually help Drew even more. Throughout the year, as far as like, his place in the company right now. Like, if anything, he might get the rub from it even more than anything, which could then help build him into a title run at some point in the near future.
Yeah, I'm not against it. It would be a good match. I just think, like, if this is Cena's last year,
right?
I think it has right now. Like, if I'm booking, I'm worrying less about storyline for next year and more about nostalgia for one of your biggest superstars ever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not against it. My only negative critique of it is that, I mean, if we would definitely know he will win at Mania, then that means he's just going to go on this, like, I guess crazy run until December. But if that's even the case, does he drop the title in Boston for that final match?
I'm going to be honest with you. I think they're going to toy with it. I don't think he's going to win the title at Mania. Not at Mania.
If he's in the match, he's winning.
You think he's winning? I don't think he's winning it.
Unless they do a whole Cody kind of thing where like he loses at Mania, and then that pay-per-view that they're creating especially for him, he ends up winning and like kind of like they did with Sting when he won the tag titles. He just goes out as champion.
Wait, you mean him not? You said what, winning at the Boston event?
So not winning at Mania and kind of starting a Cody storyline where he's now hell-bent on just winning that title.
So how does he get another title match?
No, that's,
I mean,
all different ways.
People get given title shots just because.
I understand, but to me,
it was a close match, right? And Cody's the champion all the way up until that, right? You can make the point where he was 1 second away, and he's like, "It's my last match ever. Let me be against you."
I think it's just kind of a, sometimes WWE has done like passing of the torch moments, and sometimes they missed out on it too. To me, I just think it would be a good kind of passing the torch moment. I think, like I said, Cena will somewhere along this run get the title. I don't think he wins it there. I really don't.
I mean, like logically, like let's say he does go to Mania, lose. Logically, the only other opportunity that he really got a shot, to call it on his own dime, is winning Money in the Bank. Yeah. Me personally, I don't want to see that. Like I prefer the Money in the Bank briefcase to go to another mid to approaching the upper card echelon, and be able to carry his destiny when it's time to cash in, because we know Cena going to be going at the end of the year. I don't want the briefcase wasted on somebody that we know it's going to be gone by at the end of 2025.
But that could also be another callback, because remember,
right,
when he won the briefcase all those years ago, he was the first one that didn't cash it in successfully.
Right.
So that could be another callback where it's like he's righting his wrongs of there also, kind of calling his shots and cashing it in successfully. But I just think, like, we got to also think about now, it's no longer Vince McMahon owned, right? Where it's the biggest factor is the wrestling storyline, right? Now it's TKO, and I think another factor way to think about is merchandise and what can they sell the most of, right? If you have Cena win that record-breaking title at Mania, the amount of merch you can put out, the amount of memorabilia you can put out, the amount of money you can make off of that moment, I just see it as a very hard thing to pass up on from a TKO standpoint.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think about that, Chris?
That's another way to look at it.
It's very finicky. I don't think he's going to win a WrestleMania. Like the whole thing about wrestling, sports entertainment, how you want to call it, is always about it's the build and most important the chase. Like you said, the chase. you gotta build that anticipation of him winning this title. So it's like I said, he doesn't really have to earn the title shot. Like he just announced that he was in the chamber. Like he didn't earn his way.
Yeah, everyone else is ripping his head off.
Right. I'm in the chamber match.
Just at a press conference, he said, "I am entering the Elimination Chamber," and his his little tone stoic way he does stuff.
Does that piss you off a little bit? Like in the ring, he's like this fiery guy. Then like
when he talks, he's just very very stoic and mild tone. He just but that's just how he is. So there's so many ways he can get another championship match. Whether it's money in the bank or just some stupid, one-on-one match with somebody to, this is my last chance. Like you're the top guy. If I beat you, you can't deny me a title, one final shot. So they'll figure a way out. They do it all the time. But like I said, it's still just build it though. Build it to where even though the masses believes he's going to get one more championship match, somehow you got to create the story to where it starts to have a little doubt. The people was like, what? Maybe I don't believe he's going to get this.
And you know what? I think this could actually start at the chamber event. Like, let him lose there. There's that cast of doubt that you're like, oh man, like he's out of a title picture running. Have him go head to head with a top tier quality at Mania, and then allow that next journey to start at Money in the Bank, where he would then announce himself for Money in the Bank just like he did for Elimination Chamber. Like, you know what? Like, I didn't get it done at the Chamber, but this July, Money in the Bank, I'm going to be in it. Like, I can see it.
Why don't we dive into the predictions?
Yeah, we can definitely dive into the predictions. So, by the way, before we even get there, does anybody know what Travis Scott gonna be doing? Is he performing?
He's performing. Oh shit! So tonight, Joey Janela announced Matt Tremont versus Suzuki.
Yeah, in Vegas Mania weekend. That's gonna be a crazy ass.
That's a crazy ass match.
Shout out to the visuals on that, Joey Janela and whoever created that. I mean, got like the Streets of Rage look to it.
Weekend. That's gonna be a crazy ass.
That's a crazy ass.
Yo, who got?
Is someone watching our show?
I was about to say, like, who's like somebody?
I just happened to turn it on real quick.
Okay.
That was a little trippy there for a second.
Chris watching himself picture in picture.
Sorry, I just like just looking at the numbers. My bad.
All right. But yeah, looking at this chamber match ahead. Well, first and foremost, we got the unsanctioned match going on with Sami Zayn going up against his fellow bud KO Kevin Owens. But not sure if they're gonna be buds at the end of this match. Chris, who you got winning this match?
This match is a little tricky because these two, first of all, this is one of rare rivalries in wrestling that constantly happens that I'm not ever like tired of. They're like this. These two just always because they're best friends or because they wrestle each other so many times from the indies to the big show, bigger promotions. Their match is always intriguing. They just know how to sell each other to where we like. It's just like we're just tapped in. I mean, it's like at first for a split second, I was like, they're doing this again. Like, what? Why? Like, this don't make no sense. Why? But then it was like, yeah, it makes sense. I get it. It's like they just know how to create that narrative to where it's intriguing as hell. Now, I'm slightly going with Sammy only because I think Randy Orton makes a return tomorrow night.
Is that a bold prediction?
He's been gone since November. So if he's to come back in a non-sanctioned match, basically, which means anything goes,
right? This
will be the time to come back to set up a potential WrestleMania match between him and Owens, which I'm all for. So I'm going to go with Sammy on the guess you said bold prediction that Randy comes back tomorrow night.
I actually like your style there. I'm actually going with Sammy too. I actually didn't have the whole Randy Orton return. I just feel like this is the match that Sammy needs to keep his stock up as a top tier superstar right now. And what better way to be able to, have a dance partner is somebody that you've been on the road with, decades, and y'all both making money, and y'all are headlining, co-headlining, in Canada together. And I just think, this is one where, this is where, in a way, Kevin Owens is doing the lead. He's going to lead this match, but Sammy is going to, is going to take it home, and it's going, it's going to, keep him up. I do like your style as far as like a possible Orton return. Now that you said that, I wouldn't doubt it. Like you mentioned, as far as being an unsanctioned match. So technically, in the WWE universe, Randy Orton is probably not clear. So in that case, disallow him to be able to cross the boundaries without being fined. So I definitely see what you're cooking there. Word to the Rock.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with Sami Zayn too. So Rich, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn too. In the unsanctioned match, I figured something was gonna happen. I swear, Chris and I didn't talk beforehand. I kind of just talk about Randy Orton and KO that happening once he returns. So I think this would be a perfect time to set it up. Plus, I think Sammy needs to win more. I mean, Kevin Owens could lose. The only one I know that could lose 10 matches in a row and still stay relevant. He beats them up after the match. He just keeps himself intriguing all the time. So I think Sammy needs to win more, and being in Toronto, he'll get the big pop winning. So I got Sami Zayn winning.
Oh yeah, definitely. Joey, closing us out. Who you got?
I think I'm gonna go with Sammy, and I just think he needs to win more. Yeah. I don't. Even though KO has lost the last couple of matches, it's been against Cody, and they've been close back and forth matches. I just think like the storyline that has been told between these two, Sammy still having KO's back when he knew KO was in the wrong, still coming out there and trying to like keep the peace between everything. I just think Sammy needs to kind of come out on top here. But, I wouldn't also be shocked if Owens won, just because, like I just stated, he lost the last two big pay-per-views.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, this is one of those matches. This is what I think Sammy's going to win, but this is one of those matches where I don't know if it really matters. Like, coming out, who wins. Like, I think both guys will come out better because it's like a blood rivalry. It's like the outcome doesn't matter. It's more about the match overall.
Speaking of things that don't matter.
Well, real quick. So on Busted Open today, they had a interesting idea for that Sammy and KO match, because they were saying like it's an unsanctioned match, right? So you can't just have it in the middle of a pay-per-view. It's like, well, it's unsanctioned, so why would you have it in between sanctioned matches? So they're saying it'd be pretty cool if you started the show, right? You didn't do any pyro, you didn't do anything. You just came into the arena, and it's like, we're starting it with unsanctioned. That match ends, then you get the pyro, then you get the intro to the pay-per-view, and the pay-per-view officially begins at that point.
Right.
And I actually thought that was a cool idea. Like, pay-per-view doesn't officially start until the unsanctioned match ends.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
That's actually
a
pretty good concept.
Pretty good idea right there.
Showing like just to throw an extra on top of that. Normally it's like you showing the baby face coming in and getting attacked by the heel. Let it be the first time the heel, strolling in and then getting attacked by the baby face. Like
yeah. He's He's pissed. He's had enough. Kevin Owens. I swear, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn is the Sting of Ric Flair of WWE. It's like Ric Flair always traded on Sting, and Sting will always like forgive him and give him another chance and be like, "Oh, he's good now." The Ric Flair, sure enough, it just always trades on Sting. Sting's always like, "Where did that come from?" It's like that's what he always does, Sting. That's what he always does.
Yeah.
It's like, so Kevin Owens, he always trades on Sami Zayn, his best friend. it's like okay.
Look, it's almost equivalent to HBK and Sean. Like what happens every single time Triple H turns on him. Never fails.
Every time. His best friend.
Yeah. Like, yo, I'm the Godfather.
You know, put him through a car window.
Right.
Hit him, broke his back with a sledgehammer. Gave him up to the corporation.
Yeah. I forgot about
it's like, yo,
right.
Yo, Sean owes Triple H every single fade known to man. Like he's like man.
No, that's the truth. Next up, we got Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus going up against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae.
Wonder who's gonna win this match.
You know, at first, if it wasn't for tonight's events, I was actually gonna go with Nia Jax and Candice LeRae.
Sure.
But you know what I mean, after tonight's events, you know what I mean, with the running by both Nia and Candice. Yeah, it's likely it's going to be Trish and Tiffany picking up the win.
Yeah, they're not gonna let Trish lose in Toronto.
It's like, they're not gonna let Tiffy lose a month before she fights Charlotte.
Yeah.
It's like well, she don't have to lose. Trish can take the pin, which is not going to happen. so it's like that's what I said. I wonder who's going to win this match. It's kind of obvious. It's like this is they're in Toronto. They love to give Trish her flowers and her big moments in her home country, as they should. Tiffy is the hottest not hottest, but hot. I guess new baby face. Even
right with hottest.
Yeah.
I really don't want.
It's okay to say she's hot, Chris.
Yeah. I don't know now. 2025. I don't know, bro. I don't know. His name. So, but I do not want her as a baby face.
Listen, hold on. If we cancel saying someone's hot, I want to check out of this planet.
I was about to say we're gonna get a DM like you can't say that. What do you mean I can't say hot?
If we cancel saying someone's hot, if that becomes like PC, I feel like the gym teacher from South Park right now, but
I think hot is fine. I honestly think we didn't say the worst on this show in the past, so it's okay. And I'm gonna say hot. I'm not talking about her looks. I'm talking about just her stock. What's name? Because we're not dumb. We're not blind. You see this girl's gorgeous.
Right.
I'm serious. You know me. If it ain't Bianca Belair or Jada Parker, I don't care. What's his name? But I just I'm gonna go a different route real quick. This is how much I can't stand Charlotte Flair.
What?
This is how much I can't stand her. People hate her so much. They made Tiffy a freaking baby face. I don't care if she's getting these big pop reactions and all that stuff. She is a great heel. I love her as a heel.
This is how much I know you hate her. We're talking about this tag match and you're bringing up Charlotte.
God, I hate Charlotte Flair. Well, like she should not be in a tag team match with Trish Stratus, all buddy with Trish Stratus. This should not be happening. This should not be happening, but it is. So, for prediction purposes, I'm gonna go with the two hot blondes.
That was like a meme. That was almost a meme moment there where I just went totally left field. Like you're in the middle of about this match and you said, "Let me tell you how much I hate Charlotte." Like, where the fuck did that come from?
That portion is getting clipped.
We keep that. That's good shit. I'm tired like this.
I'm like
Charlotte NWE. They did try to get her over as a baby face, and the people just booed her out of the arena.
They can't. She can't. That's what I'm saying. That's how bad. That's like she shouldn't have came back. She shouldn't have came back.
What?
Not in that spot.
Not right now. Not right now.
Hasn't she been out for almost like a year and a half?
Yeah,
just about.
Yeah, keep her out. We're not missing. We don't miss her right now. But seriously, but people clamoring for her right now. No, I was never saying myself.
But like, she left as a heel, right? When she got injured, Charlotte.
Did she?
I'll be honest, I forgot.
It's been a minute. I don't remember. But
that was the other part too. Is that she leaves heel, but then she comes back, and automatically you're supposed to love her and she's a face. Didn't make sense.
But that's usually what happens.
She's telling the story of her injury and how she fought through to come back when the injury really should have ended her career and stuff. That's a bona fide, typical, easy babyface storyline to get over right there.
Yeah, the fans weren't buying it though. They didn't want it.
Yeah, we didn't care because it's her. I'm trying to tell you, because it's her. We did not care.
We don't care until I don't like her either until the bell rings, and then we realize how fucking good she actually is.
That's the same. Once again, it doesn't take away from her in-ring ability. Charlotte Flair should be on your Mount Rushmore of female wrestlers. She really should be. She's that good. I'll never argue against that. She is. If there's a Mount Rushmore of female wrestlers, she's definitely on it. She is.
And the burying of Solo continues.
Yeah, might as well just give up on that. What's the name? But anyway, like I said, the tag team should be Two Hot Blondes. Just thought about that. Two Hot Blondes, new tag team name. Right now, there you go. Well, Tiffany Stratus. Tiffany. Her name should be Tiffany Stratus. That should be the tag team name.
Talking about hot blondes, did you see them doing the yoga on social media together?
No, I have not.
Oh yeah, you gotta check that out.
Anyway,
see that went left. I didn't
really left.
I won't waste any more time. I'm assuming everyone has Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton to win this match.
Yes.
Is anyone watching SmackDown?
I got it on.
When has the Eddie Guerrero tactic ever actually won a match?
The what?
The throw the chair at your opponent and fake fall down.
Oh,
not since Eddie Guerrero.
But did he ever actually win a match like that? I don't remember him actually the ref calling for the bell.
Oh yeah, on SmackDown he got disqualification wins.
It's happened before.
Yeah, he's got disqualification wins. That was like the whole thing of it, how it started.
Shout out Carmelo Hayes using it into his leverage. he like, I'm out. Yo, that's hilarious. Honestly, that was the perfect place to use it. You know what I mean? Because when Eddie used to be on SmackDown. But that's funny. So we got LA Knight, Jacob, and Carmelo in a number one contenders triple threat.
That's interesting. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm a couple seconds behind. Not the colorful, typical getup that we're used from Bianca and Naomi. I don't know if that's foreshadowing anything, but
they just lost their title, so they're sad.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Which is a perfect segue because I think
women's. Yep.
I think one of the two is going over in this match, hence why they lost the titles.
I agree with you on that.
You can't have your tag team champions also either main eventing or whatever you're going to do for the women's sake, also fighting at WrestleMania for the title. So I think that's why it was done.
Well, we on it. Might as well talk your shit. Who you got?
I think I'm going to go on a limb here, and I know she's so over as a babyface, but oftentimes we see when someone is kind of the same old WWE, they get redundant and stale.
Yeah.
And I think I don't see it happening to Bianca, but I think it could. So I wouldn't be shocked if she ends up being the one that took out Jade.
Yep.
And we get a heel Bianca versus a face Rhea at Mania. So that's my prediction.
I got you. Rich, who you got?
No, I actually think Bianca Belair is going to win too, and I think that with Jade coming back, it's a perfect time to kind of swerve and make her a heel. If you're going to do it, now's going to be the time. And it would be a good match. Not Charlotte. Listen, you got me talking about Charlotte now. Well, fucked up. It would be Rhea against Belair. I think that would be a good, Rhea's face, Belair's heel. I totally agree with Joe. I think Bianca Belair is going to win. Whether or not she's a heel is another story, but she's definitely winning this match.
Has that match happened on the main roster yet? Like, has that feud happened yet?
Who? Bianca Rhea never happened.
NXT, yes. Main roster, no.
That's absurd to think about.
Because it was always on different brands, and because they would try to build them both at the same time, they didn't.
And they're always both pretty much baby faces for the most part.
Yeah, so it was like they was letting them cook on the respective shows.
And do remember, Rhea was in a feud with legendary Charlotte Flair twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a long, almost year feud.
What you say, Chris?
I said, huh?
we gonna return about your disdain for one Charlotte Flair. We got to evaluate that.
All right.
But who you got winning the women's chamber match?
I mean, reluctantly Bianca, because like I say, even though I don't want it to happen right now, because it's not going to be Liv, because they're not going to redo that all over again. That's outplayed itself. Not going to do Bailey. Bailey at this point is just the veteran presence in the match. What's named Naomi and Rhea is not going to sell. Like, sorry to say, even though Naomi's my girl. Roxanne is just the thing of not yet. I mean, it's going to happen sooner or later because she's just too damn good. It's just not yet. She's 23.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not yet. And lastly, Alexa, even though it would be a great story, but like, it's once again just not going to happen. I think they're going to do some other stuff with her first. They got the plans for her. Just whether it was YS6 or just something different, it could be a mid-card title thing. Who knows? But it's just not yet for her either. So Bianca is the most likely out of all these women. Like I said, I don't want it to be this fast because you want more build to it. Now, as far as the Jade stuff, if it was Bianca, cool, because I do want Bianca to be a heel. Honestly, I think she's ran her course as a babyface. Like, she's done everything she can as a babyface. And I want her character to get stale because then when characters get stale, people forget how great a person is, especially in ring. So I don't want that to happen for her. But once again, it's like when Jade was in the parking lot on the car, Bianca was in the ring in the match. So it's kind of like if she did it, when did she do it? But so it's like that plays into also. So it's like, or did she get, or was she the mouthpiece? Did she get Naomi to do it? And and her alibi was I was in the match. You know what I'm saying? So it's intriguing. Like I said, I do think Jade, because they just lost their titles. They're both in the chamber. Perfect opportunity for Jade to show up, even if to come after the match to confront them. While they're all celebrating, hey, you're back. It's good to see you. Da-da-da. And Jade just giving them that look like, yeah, bitch, I know it was you. And then attacks them both or takes out one. Like, whether she cuts I highly doubt she's going to cut a promo, but I think Jade shows up tomorrow, probably after the match, probably after the Bianca win. So I guess we're all in unison on this. The Bianca's going to go over because honestly, there's no other possible, crazy left out of the box win here.
Not so fast, my friend.
What are you, Lee?
In the words of Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. No, I'm just
kidding. Ready to dress up whoever you pick.
Stop it. Hell no.
What, Charlotte Flair takes out one of them and enters the match?
Bro. No, that would not happen.
What in the world just happened?
But
I wasn't even paying attention. What happened?
We go to commercial. They're wearing all black. They come out and Naomi's wearing. Never mind. It was her entrance video. Never mind. I was about to say I'm tripping.
You interrupt my prediction just to say
never mind.
I was giving you time to change.
Ain't nothing to change.
No,
Anyway.
change your outfit.
Oh, shut up. Anyway, I also do have Bianca winning this match.
Fling your hair.
But I do have a theory, and ironically, someone else had this theory earlier today. I'm thinking there's a good chance that both Naomi, Bianca are the two ladies left in the chamber match, and somehow we get the resurgence of Jade, who comes in to attack Naomi, which then Bianca sees a Naomi laid out and takes the pin. Like just casually take the pin, and go on to go to WrestleMania, which would then proceed to have our Jade and Naomi matchup in WrestleMania.
Yo, you just gave me a wild idea.
What's that?
What if that does happen, right? But the ending is a little different. Like, what if they come out, right? And like they all just start hugging each other at the same time, and it was all just a play. Jade knew that she wasn't ready yet. She heard the fans rumbling, and so rather than holding the team back, she faked an injury to give Naomi the belt to that Bianca could have a legitimate tag team partner while Jade got better, and now they're all heels together.
Yeah, that's not
like a finger poke of death. I would love that, bro.
It's a great storyline, but it's not
more. I just think, like, if you're going the route of Jade coming back, that's going to be the Mania match. And I don't want to expose her yet one-on-one at Mania.
Why don't she come back at Mania? Why does she have to come back at Chamber?
Nah, she would have to. She has to be coming back soon because they literally ran a video package. You know what I mean? Talking about like who attacked Jade. Like I can't see them running that to Mania
ever before.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's coming back. Like I think she's coming back tomorrow.
Shit, I'll be honest. I thought she was coming back Monday.
That would be even more intriguing, but I guess they want to save it for a big event,
Right.
So first was the shock value of them losing the titles, because even though Liv and Raquel had a great chance of winning, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like it was far fetched. It wasn't like people were like, yeah, they're definitely going to beat Bianca and Naomi. Like, we didn't know that was going to happen. So that was the first shock value of them losing the titles. Then that'll lead into the chamber of the other shock value of returning Jade and her, basically showing us who the attacker was. So,
Right. Going into the men's chamber match,
Logan Paul.
Yeah, that's who you got.
Tell you, social media, what everybody would collectively throw their phones, slam their laptops.
Shit, laptops, TVs, enemy TVs,
punch their TVs. People would lose their ish if he won this chamber match.
Yeah, look, I ain't gonna lie. I might have to pull a what's the Giants owner Rich
Maurer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping if Logan Paul win a chamber match. No bullshit. I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping. But Chris, who you got winning the men's chamber match? I think you might have said it earlier, but I forgot.
Yeah, I'm going with CM Punk.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with CM Punk. Honestly, it is in the hopes that eventually, down the road, I don't know if before Mania or right after Mania, it leads to what I wanted from day one. I want a heel CM Punk. I want a heel. I feel like he just flourishes so much more. Like when he's just the tweener, shoot from the hip, badass, good, baby face. It's cool, but no filter, no F's given. Everybody gonna catch these strays. Heels, CM Punk. Yeah, love that guy. Let's go. So I mean, I'll go with CM Punk. Even though I won't be surprised if, like, for some odd ass reason, Logan Paul eliminates him just to piss the fans off. Like, for real. I see Triple H doing that. I really do.
If that's the case, then he's somewhere talking about something. You know what? That's gonna be my next WrestleMania match.
No, seriously.
Logan Paul versus CM Punk.
Yeah.
You like it, Steph? You like it? But my heart wants Drew to win, but he's probably not going to win, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think they got him and Priest penciled in for Mania.
Yeah, they kind of told a story with that tonight. But
who?
Drew and Damian Priest. I think they're going to have a one-on-one match at Mania, which I do not want. But
didn't they already fight?
I believe this penciled
this
in
year.
Well, actually, yeah, because he cashed in on Drew.
He cashed in on Drew, but that was like
the pay-per-view after that. Did they have a feud?
Yeah, the Bash of Berlin. They fight there.
Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
That was the spot where Damian messed up his leg or got caught in the ropes.
Right.
Yeah. But then who cares? People look at that as the past.
Yeah. I also got CM Punk winning. I think you know this is his run. You know, ain't not really much more to say about it. But I think that this is his time. You know what I mean? Since missing out last year, they're going to make up for it and let him get this run and move on to WrestleMania. So sleeper would be Seth after Monday's promo with Cody, but I think it's going to be CM Punk winning the chamber match this Saturday. Joey, who you got?
I'm going to go with John Cena. I just still real to me, damn it. I wanted to see that.
I'm about to say, I was waiting for it. I was like, say it, Joey. Say it.
Still real to me.
He's winning and he's going to WrestleMania. He's winning that fucking title and he's breaking that record.
Oh my gosh.
Next question.
He's gonna be a 23. He's gonna be a 23-time champion.
Goodness gracious.
No, it's gonna be Charlotte.
All right, have a good night, guys.
Crazy. Rich, close us out on the men's chamber match. Who you got?
I'm backing up Joey here. I got John Cena too. I think if you don't have Cena and Cody at Mania, when do you have it? And I think it's a good match. I think for different reasons, Cena might not exactly win the championship there at Mania, but CM Punk, he still has things going on with Seth Rollins, now with Logan Paul, what happened on Monday. It just, there's a lot of different things and avenues where CM Punk could get screwed out of winning it. I think it's just Cena and Cody would be a big match, too big of a match for WWE to pass up on at Mania.
All right. Can I do a bold prediction?
Sure. What's the bold prediction?
If Cena does win tomorrow night and goes on to Cody at WrestleMania, that's when Cody turns heel.
Yes.
That's when Cody turns heel.
At WrestleMania?
At WrestleMania. So he'll go in the whole build-up as a good guy and just as I respect you. I appreciate everything you did for the business. It'll be an honor to wrestle you at WrestleMania in the main event. Did it blah, 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 blah. And then that's when he kicks him in the balls.
See, I'd like to see Cena go back to old school Cena, like in his last one, and be like more of a heelish type Cena.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Of course not. But one could hope that.
I could see that happening. So if we're getting Rock and Cody are probably closing the show, right? So you're gonna have whoever wins the chamber in the ring, point at Mania. Cody's probably gonna come out, congratulate them if it's a face, confront them if it's a heel. So that's gonna end the show, right? So Cena wins, Cody comes out, confronts them. That's probably where we can get the Rock moment also. If Cody turns his nose to the Rock, I think the next logical choice is well, what about you, Cena? I'll make sure we stack the deck and you win at Mania and you break that record. All you got to do is when you win that, be my champion.
If that doesn't work, you can always go to Charlotte and be like, you know what? Everybody hates you.
like he could say to her, I'm the greatest man, you're the greatest woman.
Yep.
Boom. Because she's the greatest. You may hate her, but she's the greatest woman superstar of all time.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. In-ring work, there's nobody.
Chris
better.
got quiet. I don't think he agrees.
No, in-ring work, she's probably one of the best of all time.
I always, I'm not gonna say I disagree. What's his name? But
obviously, greatest in professional wrestling is very subjective.
Yeah, it's very subjective. She's top two. Like this, if she's not number one, she's number two.
She's top two, and she's not two.
I mean, but like I said, like a lot of people. Because honestly, like even though we might not like her work right now, I do always put Sasha Banks up there between number one, number two category. Because in ring, one of Charlotte's greatest matches has always been with Sasha. That shows you how good Sasha is. Sasha should be in that top 1-2 conversation. Sasha matched with Charlotte, with Bayley, Becky, everything. Like, I know the AEW hasn't been great, but like,
I think the only thing that holds Sasha back is, unfortunately, fans who are still like picking sides, so to say, in the wrestling world. Like, if you're a WWE fan, the way her run ended in WWE, I think that'll hurt her.
Yeah. And I look at the overall package, like Sasha as a heel and as a face got extremely over.
Because the second she did that split at the Rumble, she was my favorite wrestler of all time.
Yeah. She's the ish. What's her name? So like as I said, Charlotte could be number one, number two. She's definitely that. Like I said, Mount Rushmore, all that. She's that. I don't take away from that. Like that's what I'm saying, but that's shows how great she is as a heel too. That I can't stand her.
You said Charlotte on your Mount Rushmore?
She is.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure I heard that right.
Yeah, she is. Like
Charlotte, Becky.
But you don't like her though.
No, I don't like her at all.
You got Charlotte and Becky. Who else is your Mount Rushmore?
I don't like her at all.
We need to table a Mount Rushmore conversation, like on the male and female sides. Like maybe even throw tag teams in there too. That's actually a good conversation.
Yeah, I feel like the male is definitely subjective because there's been too many amazing stars to get just 4 people. Unless you do 4 by generations,
you
can do that. But like overall 4, you're gonna leave somebody out. And people's gonna be like, "What about this guy?" You just going to look at him like, "Yeah, you're right," because it's like, just think about it. You could be any 4. You could put in one aspect. You could put Ric Flair, the red and yellow guy, Bruno Sammartino, and freaking Harley Race. Yeah, all right.
I think
Harley Race in one thing, but then people like, what the hell are you talking about? What about Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels?
It goes back like the basketball, right? Like people constantly want to say like,
so
LeBron's better than Kobe or LeBron's better than Jordan, and it's just like the errors.
So you can say who's your you can do everything. Like who's your top 4 of the 80s, top 4 of the 90s. We should do a top 4 like this.
Did we do that?
Huh?
I felt like we did that.
I think we did something similar to that.
We did a lot of shit.
We talked a lot of stuff, but we did a lot of different stuff. We was like talking about like entrance music and
I know we did like top 5 like Survivor Series moments or like Halloween.
I think we did moments more so than
I don't think we did like actual wrestlers. I mean, if you look at it, and I don't know if y'all may agree with this, but like as you get older and as much wrestling we consume, like is it almost pointless to make like an all-time ranking? Like I can understand, you know what I mean, like the PWI 500. Shout out to Kev and you know what I mean, the good folks at Pro Wrestling Illustrated. You know, good friends are still steps. But like like I'm good with those. But like when it comes now, like at this age of like all-time rankings, like is it kind of pointless?
It is.
It is pointless, especially in wrestling.
Yeah,
because it's so subjective. We're talking about a sport that is predetermined. They could take the shittiest wrestler in the world tomorrow, strap a racket to his back, and say he's our champion. Like, for example, just say Tozawa.
But I said no, Joey. They did that with Jinder Mahal.
Yeah,
certified jobber.
He was nothing jobber. He put the belt on him, and you believed in him as the heel champion. Like it's very hard to debate GOAT status.
I'm gonna be honest. It took me some time to even accept for JBL to be a heavyweight champion. Like,
you know what's crazy?
Yes, because of what he was before.
You know what's crazy though? I wasn't against that. I was actually. I thought that about him before he became champion. I actually thought about that with him when he was still with the APA. Simply when the second he changed his look, when they cut his hair short and put his natural hair color and didn't have that dyed blonde hair and all that stuff, I was like this. I'm dead serious. I was watching SmackDown one day. I was like, damn, he looks like he could be a champion. I didn't think world champion. I just thought damn, he could be a champion now. But then
No, like you're saying, my fault not to cut you off, but it was kind of it was honestly, it was almost like a changing of a guard type of era. This was when the industry was changing. It wasn't like our typical ECW stars or WCW stars who then converted over to WWE when Vince decided to buy out WWE. Mm-hmm. And pretty much everyone of that tier, pardon me, I'm just saying motherfuckers was getting old. That's what it was. So because of having the leverage to be able to use that talent from that era to be part of your brand, you kind of lose sight as far as the talent that was up and coming and being developing. So while on the cuffs we had Guerrero, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar was getting into the fold.
Sorry, guys, I had to go to the bathroom real fast.
Oh no, you good. TMI, but it's all good.
I want to let you know, guys, keep everyone up to date.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. But honestly, that was around a time when John Cena kind of struck gold because you know what I mean. He had fit that build to run the next era. You know,
he was on his way. He was on his way out too. So that's what's crazy.
Yeah. So I look at it. Wait. I don't know what this person's talking about. I'm not putting it on the screen. But the crazy comment just came up, but I have no idea what it means, so I'm not. I'm not putting it up. You see it? So, but
who the fuck is Susan?
I have no idea. But Chris, before you jump out, I know you gotta head out of here. To sell your soul or not sell your soul? That is the question between the final boss and Cody Rhodes. Does he sell his soul for a donut like Homer Simpson did?
This is not going to happen. He's not going to sell his soul. We all know this. This is some stuff is too obvious. He's not going to do it. But I think it's something he'll think about for later on down the road. What's his name?
Gotcha.
Is like I said, the final boss, like he says, always 20 steps ahead of us. So if Cody doesn't say yes, I have a feeling he knows somebody else who will.
Right. It might be our truth after tonight.
Could be. All right, boys. I gotta get out of here.
Go ahead, Eddie. This. I'll let you later. But just kind of staying on course with this moment of tomorrow night's show, final boss and him. Not only wanting Cody Rhodes to be his champion, but he wants the man's soul.
Can I ask you? Maybe it was just me. The way that it was and the way The Rock delivered was a little weird, a little cringy a promo.
I don't think they knew what they were doing.
Right. It just seemed so. It seemed off. It just seemed so. I don't know. Just it seemed
before The Rock came out. Tickets were not doing too hot.
Yeah.
For Chamber. I don't know if this is actually going to lead to a long-term storyline, or this is just a ploy to sell tickets.
You know what's wild? Like, I mean, there's definitely levels of of being employed to selling tickets. But like it's crazy. Like shit, we got Mania Vegas coming up. You still got SummerSlam tickets that has yet to go on sale. Mm-hmm. You already running a commercial for WrestleMania New Orleans of 2026. Like and if y'all listen to listen to that promo that they're running, The Rock is all over it. So in my mind, it sounds like The Rock is trying to make a case of having a match at WrestleMania in 2026. Like, but like you said, like the whole segment last week, it was cringy. I mean, shit, we were watching it live. We like, yo, what the hell are we watching? Like,
well, can I ask you a question about the segment and like the comments afterwards and stuff like that?
Yeah,
because I've seen this on Twitter. There was a big debate, and it made me think a little bit. Like, it doesn't bother me because we do stuff like this, but for the average fan, I could see how it bothers them. The Rock on Twitter, right, is Dwayne, and he openly talks about playing the final boss character. Does that ruin it for the fans a little bit? Like obviously we get it. We all know, like, for the most part, wrestling's fake. But seeing that out in the open like that and the wrestler just actively saying it, does it ruin the aura that is professional wrestling?
I see what you're saying.
Like look at Netflix, right? Look at the star of Netflix, right?
Right.
Netflix, he was Dwayne Johnson. He wasn't The Rock. Commending Cody and his mom and stuff like that. And then we're about a month later,
right?
And he's asking him to sell his soul and stuff. Like, to me,
being the final boss.
Yeah, it's like, to me, it's just like, okay, like, we're still trying to sell the storyline of it being semi-real here, and you're just kind of blowing that down.
And the first word that come to mind is obligations. And I feel like he's at a point where he's trying to, stay obligated to certain roles. Because like after the whole Netflix launch, it looked as if he was no longer going to be the final boss.
Yeah,
which led people to going on social media to voice their frustrations. Like, hey, y'all set us up for failure. Right. Not continuing the story that was built ever since last year's WrestleMania. And I don't think WWE are oblivious to what people are saying nowadays.
Yeah.
So now we're getting him, returning as the final boss. Not only returning as the final boss, but he's trying to, put his foot down in this role to where it's like, well, and like we talked about the tickets not really selling it like they should. So it's almost like now it's as if you kind of need them per se, to be able to move the tickets. But the problem is there's really no true chemistry as far as like being able to continue on this role. And the reason why there's really no true chemistry, right?
What? Repeat that. I'm confused the way you word that question. Repeat that.
I said they kind of need them right now to sell the tickets, because of with the final boss character. But the problem is you can't really sell tickets right now with him as the final boss, is because the answer to me is you ain't got Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was a pivotal piece between Cody and The Rock.
Yeah.
And I also think the Chamber hurts it too, though. Like obviously, like we're all expecting like this to lead to something, right? But as of right now, in this very moment, we know that Cody is tied down to whoever wins the Chamber.
Yeah,
I think that hurts this angle a little bit also.
And it does. And I think that's where, like, because WWE is always trying to play cleanup at any way possible. And I think that's why they did what they did on Monday, like with the promos with CM Punk and Logan, the promo with Cody and Seth. Then you got the promos tonight on SmackDown with Drew, which then Seth intervened. And then you had everyone else that's part of the Elimination Chamber match intervening, as far as like everyone making their case. But now we're at the mercy of the final boss. The final boss is now stepping in, talking about, hey, listen, I want you to be my champion. Okay, that's all fine and dandy, but like, what is the definition of being your champion? Which is still yet to be told. So there's likely an ace up Rock's sleeve, but at the same time, it's like there's no true build up, and now they got practically an entire month to try to build this story for people to buy in tickets for WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think Rock's gonna play a big part. Looking at Mania tickets right now, I think he plays a big part heading into Mania.
Yeah, but before we go extremely left on that, does Cody sell his soul for a donut like Homer Simpson does in The Simpsons?
No, he does not.
Joey, does Cody sell his soul to The Rock, aka Milhouse, just like Bart did in The Simpsons back in the day?
I think he does.
Nice.
I think he does.
There you go. Be the odd one there, Joe. Good stuff. Do you think because Cena wins?
I don't even think it matters at that point. I just think the Cody, and I think WWE realized after last WrestleMania and stuff, there is a story, there is money to be made with Cody and Rock, and I think this allows them to get that opportunity.
Interesting.
I actually agree with one of y'all. I actually agree with Joey.
Really?
I think he crosses over to the final boss / corporate side. Like, he's already been, dressed up on the corporate front already as champion. Now I think this is the point where it's like, hey man, it's time for you to embrace it. And I think this is where, like he began to drink the devil's poison. It's like, hey, look, I'm gonna take this in. And it's almost like now having like this extra voice in your ear talking about how everybody is coming for that title, which is necessarily true. With everyone who's getting ready to come out of this chamber match to fight him at WrestleMania for the title. But I think this is to the point where, as a whole, I think WWE, I think they're really trying to turn up, as far as like not only just with the company, but if you're able to finesse this way to to bring someone like Cody Rhodes to the hillside, but also still be a mouthpiece to be able to talk for the business, period. Why not do it now? Like, this is probably like the best opportunity to do so, and to be able to make the money on the back end too, because those tickets is high.
That they are, man. Really.
Like,
stadium shows, the prices are crazy. They're like, well, we were talking about it. It's TK. It's like UFC prices.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I'm like, man, oh man, shoot. But that's why I'm like, look, shocking. Like, they started, selling Mania tickets in November. It's now, it's going to be March. Tomorrow? Ain't no leap year, and they still have yet to go on sale for SummerSlam tickets. Like, I'm like, the way they procrastinated, they ain't selling that venue out.
No,
not
unless they do something crazy at Mania to kind of lead up to.
And that's look, that's a long shot at this point.
Yeah.
Like that's what I was saying. Like you gotta literally sell what you're trying to build right now. You literally got what 5 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks to be able to sell what you're attempting to sell in order to get the fans over. So, but nevertheless, I think he's selling his soul to the final boss.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Aside from Elimination Chamber going down on Saturday, we got another big show going down on Saturday on the independent front. Beyond Wrestling's RSP's Death Day going down Saturday, March 1st at 3 p.m. on IWTV. This card right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh my stars. All y'all independent wrestling fans, y'all better be tuned in right now. Y'all not only just being tuned in, y'all better understand the event that's going on Saturday prior to Elimination Chamber. So you got time, and I'm pretty sure if you're on your phone right now, your Android, your iPhone, go to your app store, go to IWTV, get that app, so that way you can access this event because this event is fucking crazy. That's
shout out to Drew, man. He's putting on some great cards and doing some really good things there at Beyond and Wrestling Open. This is going to be such a great card.
Yeah, this card here, and I literally wrote in all the match concepts. When I saw this, I said, "Wait, what?" Like literally every match has a concept, and I don't think any of them is something to say it'll be lackluster. You know, shout out to everybody that's on the card, because like everybody that's on it, they get busy, and there's a couple that I was a little shocked that are even participating in certain matches. I was like, oh wow, he in this? Like, but before we really dive into the matches, Joey, overall your thoughts on RSP's Death Day going down on Saturday?
I like that it's a deathmatch event, but I like that it's not just like deathmatch. That's not like it's like you mentioned the stipulations. It's got different stipulations, but I think helps move the card along and not like just endless tube shots and nothing else.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. 100% agree. Rich, your thoughts overall with this card?
No, I agree. You got some death match, you got Four Corners of Pain match, and a lot of different stipulations, but there is a lot of good talent in it. Regular talent that aren't necessarily death match wrestlers. You have some that are, but then some on this card like a TJ Crawford or like Cruel is, but Dijak and stuff like that. The card is just stacked from top to bottom. And again, it's a good mixture of things. It's not just, as Joey said, just straight death match. That there's a good flow to everything.
Yeah, that definitely. It's funny because I was looking over the stipulations, and when I saw the Nick Gage versus Drew Gulak match, squared circle affair, and I'm like, what the hell is a squared circle affair match? And then I learned that this consists of no canvas, no padding, just bare boards. Like, bro, like serious? like when do you have this match? Like, does this match start the show or do you end
This will end the show?
Will this end the show? But then when you look at the other matches that's on the card, I'm like, I don't know. Because I don't know if I want to follow up with this. Like RSP match alone against
this will definitely end the show.
20,000 thumbtacks pits of hell. Old school Japanese style tack pits. like Listen, I hear that. I don't want to follow that. Like, look, like especially I'm a square wrestler. Like, look, I ain't trying to get no extra tax on my back. No, my brother. But yeah, and then you got the IWTV World Championship on the line with Marcus Mathers defending the title against Alex Colon in a four corners of pain, where weapons in each corner, such as a knife board, mousetrap board, and more. Like, this is crazy. Talked about Dijak versus Cruel in a U-Brawl death match. The only way to win this is to incapacitate your opponent enough to take them outside into the back of a ring truck and close the door. And in the back of a truck, there would be a glass, contraption that you got to put your opponent in.
Dude, this is very creative.
Yo, I love it.
A lot going on there.
Right. Like, you literally got to knock your opponent out and then drag them outside into a glass contraption waiting outside. Like, this is crazy. Matt Mikowski going up against TJ Crawford in a thumbtack kick pad death match. So I'm assuming, they go be able to put, thumbtacks on their kick pads. Excuse me. And then you got Love Dog going up against Slade in a I love you to death match. Now I was taking some of the verbiage from the stipulations from RSP, but some of the language for the stipulation of the match, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna write that because we might get flagged.
Yeah.
But this match pretty much is self-explanatory. Both Doug and Slade will be chained together by wrists, and whoever is the winner, must win by pinfall submission. So, but yeah, this card is crazy. So if you're anticipating Elimination Chamber, which starts around 7, and you're looking for something to watch prior to the PLE, definitely check out RSP's Death Day going down Saturday. What time I said is at 3 p.m. on
3.
Yep, on IWTV. And if you in the Massachusetts area, as a matter of fact, don't quote me on this. The last time I checked, I think they only had 10 tickets left. So.
They did.
Yeah, it's officially sold out now.
Yep.
Oh, nice. So yeah, sorry about that, folks.
IWTV.
Yeah, that's where you gotta watch it at, IWTV. So, but yeah, this is definitely going to be a crazy ass event, and I will be watching.
Yeah, I'm bummed, man. I couldn't go to I had other things planned. I couldn't go. I would have loved to go to this. This would have definitely been one of those things I would have so been there for, without a doubt.
Yeah, this card is pretty stacked. Like,
yep,
this is really, really, really good card. So, but gentlemen, we are at the 1 hour 28-minute mark. As far as tomorrow, post show of Chamber or nah?
I won't be able to.
No. All right.
I'm fine with it. I don't know. Well, Chris is off, isn't he?
I believe so, but we'll circle back.
We can circle back.
Yeah, if not, we'll just pick it up next week. So, but yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty stoked to watch this Death Day match.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
It is.
Like, I'm pretty.
And then in the same location, I believe, later that night, it's No Hold Barred.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I see that. Yep.
Oh, yep. ICW. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's so funny though, because you're gonna watch all this deathmatch crazy stuff, and then you turn on like the Elimination Chamber, and they're selling like going against the steel like it's raking their back. Meanwhile, this guy's walking on thumbtacks and fucking light tubes and shit.
Right. Like, look at me. Crazy. But yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be a great event. More to come as far as what we learned from Elimination Chamber match, and from there we should be on the WrestleMania to the season. So, all right, gentlemen, before we get on out of here, any final final words before we count on out?
No.
All right. Well, in that case, everybody, this was Still Steps, powered by All Authentic Talk Sports Network. Till then, Mr. Rich Michaels, Mr. Joey Woods, Mr. Moya Fit Chris Wilson. I am Politic and Hawk, and we will holla at y'all next Friday. Actually, TBD, because SmackDown will be in town, but we'll see what's up. So till then, peace.